We are live. Perfect. All right, guys, happy Whiny Wednesday. Or as one of my new coworkers said today, Whiskey Wednesday. Not heading into Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers with the wine. All right, going to do best of 30 days of sketches today, guys. So this is today's sketch. It's got butterflies. Rochelle Spears for Back Porch Memories. No butterflies are going on this layout. There will be lots of stars because this layout is yet another Millennium Falcon layout, you guys. I have so many of them. This one right here is actually from when Alex and I went. All right, I am found myself on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're gonna do some things. I pulled out a bunch of stuff. Here are the photographs. One is holding the pilot tag, whatever. This is the seat that we were in. And then inside the Millennium Falcon at the controls. Lunchtime on Thursday. Mel, I love that you are in my future. So we're going to put the letter stickers off to the side because we don't need those just yet. And I am doing a little bit more mixed media on this one than I think I would normally do for a live. So we're going to... you use beach ephemera, not butterflies. I love it. I have not, full confession, I have not looked at or watched any videos for today's sketch. The wine's right here. My husband was very concerned that the wine was not here for Whiny Wednesday. Cold, rainy, and very bleak. You know, I could go for some cold and rainy right now. So far this week and for the rest of the week, it's supposed to be over 100 degrees. So very, very hot. I actually came home from work and had to pop in the shower because I was hot and sweaty. Okay. So this is just a little swirly thing that I'm going to use as decoration. I just recently went through all of my stamps and I was like, oh, there's a lot of good stuff in there that you're not really paying attention to. So I had to pay attention. All right, guys. I think you had a good 5 or 6. You know, I think I have like 40 or 50. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these guys. And I do have to say, I didn't want to like a stamp platform. Like, I didn't want to like it. But my goodness, it makes life so much easier. Sticky hot. Yes. Sticky hot. That humidity is, ugh. Okay, I'm going to put that guy back on there. I'm probably going to use these little stars too because they're cute. Okay. Alright, we'll put that to the side. So I have 4 of these, and I do not have a die set to go with them, so I'm going to fussy cut them, but I don't think they're going to be terrible to fussy cut. I just want it to heat set the ink real quick, and I do need a paintbrush though. That would be super helpful, huh? You're exactly right. The humidity does kick butt more than the heat. But I do have to tell you, there gets a point where it's so hot that it doesn't matter if it's humid or not. It is just, you are just boiling. 2 Star Wars albums. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm going to use some, what am I using here? Chroma Mist to paint these guys. I'm not doing anything, it's a little bit pinker than I want it. I think I'm gonna get Candy Apple Red instead. Okay. Speaking of albums, I bought albums. Yeah, this one's much more red. I bought albums the other day from Hobby Lobby. I just love their albums. So I'm not going to be super careful with painting these in because I am going to cut them out. Actually, I don't even know why I'm being careful at all. Now, if I was going to cut these out with an edge around them, like leave some of the white cardstock around them, then that would be a problem because I want to cut white cardstock around it. But my plan is to cut it to the black. I don't want to have white cardstock. So we're going to paint this in a little bit messy. Catering to my inner preschooler right here. You know, Mel, I haven't found a whole heck of a lot of Star Wars ephemera. I think I'm going to have to branch out and look in other places than just the scrapbooking areas. Cindy, I love the new job. I am ridiculously happy. There's definitely a bunch of pluses. The biggest plus is I don't have to wear red every day as I'm scrapbooking with red. Can't get away from it. Can't get away from it. It's just better all around. I already know and feel more of a work-life balance. It's great not having to get up and be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning and stay all hours of the day. Like, that's just, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm very happy. Plus that employee discount though, right? Like, I sent my husband a picture of a heaping shopping cart full of paper today. and told him that I was bringing it home with me. I had bought it, or I was buying it, and he didn't even freak out about it. He was just like, okay. But I do have to say, opening the packages of paper and things like that, and opening the embellishments and putting them up on the shelf, oh, I was living my best life today in the paper crafting section, just being able to have fun with the products. No, Mel, I am not at Target anymore. I left there and I am now at Hobby Lobby. All right, I'm gonna let that dry a few moments while I do some other things. Let's see. Star Wars stickers at Dollar Tree. So I went into Dollar Tree last week and holy Moses, that store was a train wreck. Like, I could not even tell what they had or what they were doing because it was that bad. I was like, oh, who is running this store? I was definitely judging very harshly of whoever was running that store because it was whoa. So I'm doing a temporary, a temporary clean off of my brush where I just squirt my water on my brush onto my paint rag thing. Sundays off is a beautiful thing. Every Sunday off is awesome. Packaging from toys or even fruit snacks. Hey, that works. It is a dream job, let me tell you. Okay, so those are going to dry off to the side. I was going to do glitter glaze on here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to grab some red ink. We'll do it in this one. Let me grab my red brush. Okay. So I find that if I don't have themey stuff for Star Wars, I end up just using an awful lot of stars. You're gonna raid your daughter's stuff. I love it. Okay. Alrighty, so let's just lay some ink down on this bad boy. So, fun fact, this was the first stencil I ever made for the shop, and it is still my favorite one. I had this one made long before my business license ever came through, and I just love it. Okay, so this one is going to be the background, I think. I don't know if I want this as the background or the blue star paper that I pulled out from the background, but we'll figure that out shortly, huh? Sorry that I'm shaking you guys so much. You know, you never think something takes a long time to do until you're doing it live and you're like, okay, watch me put ink through a stencil. This is why I didn't do the glitter glaze, because it would have taken a lot longer. Well, no, I probably could have laid down the glitter much faster than the ink is going down, but let's be real. The glitter glaze definitely would not have dried, and it probably would have, since I want to do a little bit of tearing, this would have definitely had to have been the background, and I want to be able to have options. Cindy, why don't you like how it turns out? Yes. Okay, I feel very judged right now by my husband. He came over and grunted at it. Okay. So as you can see, there's darker areas and lighter areas, and unless I want a very solid look, like a very solid this is meant to be, I prefer my stencils to look this way, because to me it looks more interesting. Now there are some times where I want solid color all the way through, and I will spend the time to make it happen. You don't know what to do once it's down. Cindy, just treat it like a piece of pattern paper, girl. You are wicked talented. I've seen your stuff. In your online shop, do you send to Australia? Yes, I do, Mel. I do send to Australia. I will tell you that sending to Australia and New Zealand takes the longest. It just takes a long time to get there, upwards of 2 weeks. Okay, now in the sketch, I think this is going to be my top paper, and my blue paper is going to be the background. So we're going to trim this off. I just think I'll be happier with the more solid paper in the back. All right, let's take a peek at the sketch real quick. I got to close down the chat a minute to see what it looks like. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna tear this. All right, put that off to the side. Okay. And I'm going to bring, ooh, look at those red fingers. I'm going to bring this over a little bit, just so I don't have this white edge. Since I've torn all of these edges where the stars are, I want that same kind of look on the straight edge as well. Just going to use my cutting mat there to line it up. And we'll trim off that edge. Okay, Now I've got those going. So now this is, now I don't want this here. So my plan was to use this as my, shoot. Did my YouTube stop or just my video? I think it's just my video because I got off the screen. There we go. My plan was to use this here, but I don't like this anymore. So I'm gonna need a new color. And I also was thinking about fussy cutting this out as part of my photo mat. Okay, we need a new color. I think I'm gonna go with khaki. I haven't used khaki in a while. Okay, so we're grabbing the Dotted Swiss khaki. I don't even know if this is actually called Dotted Swiss. It just says craft, but it is a Dotted Swiss, so we're gonna do that. All right, I need to look at the sketch one more time. It's got two of them. Okay. I don't know why I'm so concerned with what's going on the sketch. I normally don't, so I don't know why I'm so concerned this time. Okay, I'm going to do a 3.5 inch. And then I'm going to do the highly mathematical and scientific method of creating a fishtail. Now, my friend MK actually sent me a fishtail punch that I like to use when I'm making smaller fishtails, but a 3.5 inch piece of paper will not fit into that punch, so you have to do this. And I know that people just fold their paper, like they just fold it and cut it. And it works, but I struggle with that. I've not been able to figure it out. So, it just doesn't work for me. There are certain things in my life that I cannot do, or I could do it, but it turns out very poorly. One is cutting a fishtail banner that way, and the other one is making a pecan pie. I cannot do it. It is my nemesis. I can make you anything else you want but that. Okay. I think I'm going to bring this one up to here. And we'll trim off the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to fussy cut this guy right out real quick. The good thing is that the outline is black and the piece of paper has space in the background, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, some people absolutely loathe fussy cutting. I am of the mind that fussy cutting is kind of okay. All right, while those are still a little wet. Probably should get the photos on here once I figure out what's going on, huh? Okay, so these are gonna go down like this. Mel, you must be a magician because I cannot fold and cut. I couldn't do it to save my soul. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna put that second banner up there. I'm not feeling it. I do need a nice contrasting color to go around these photos. It's probably going to be white, even though my paper right there is white. Yeah, it's going to be white. I really want to put a yellow there. I really want to put a yellow there, but I don't think I'm going to. You know what I might do? This is a pretty good match. So I'm going to do that. And I'm only going to do a 4 1/4 inch mat instead of my usual 4 1/2. I'm going to keep the mat a little bit smaller. You know, what's funny is when I first, I don't know, well, not first started scrapbooking because, or I mean, when I first started scrapbooking, you were fussy cutting out everything with deco scissors, but at first, I will say I wasn't a huge super fan of fussy cutting. I was like, nope, but now it doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't stress me out. I know that fussy cutting stresses some people out, so we'll put that there. This I want to pop up. I've got a tiny little piece of fun foam left on my little thing. I have way more fun foam. It's just I only have a tiny piece handy. I gotta go grab some more. My fun foam dealer hooked me up with a lot of fun foam last time she sent it to me. She sent me four packs of it, and I've used 1 1/2. So I am good on the fun foam. Okay. Yeah, you know, Brandy, there are times where I watch people fussy cut things out and I'm like, huh, that is not something I would ever want to fussy cut. Am I covering up anything? No. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't covering up anything on the pilot thing. The pilot thing. That was highly technical. Like this, to me, this is not a pain of fussy cutting. The only slight pain is it is not completely dry. Like the paper's still a little bit damp. You know, somebody asked me to make a fussy cutting video probably over a year ago and I never made it. That's terrible. And I'm so sorry to whoever asked me to do it because I don't remember. I just remembered now while we were talking about fussy cutting. Okay, so since this paper is a little bit damp, what I think I'm going to do is adhere it with wet glue. I probably didn't need all 4 of these, but I was just having so much fun stamping them because I think they're really cool. So fussy cutting. I see people that go in there and fussy cut out lines, and I'm like, no. I enjoy a good fussy cutting, but I'm not fussy cutting that level. And even this is a little rough right now because the paper's damp. That's something I never thought I would ever say in my scrapbooking. My paper is damp. I remember when mixed media came out and I was like, I will never do that in my scrapbooks. And I also said, I will never go lumpy, and I will never put metal on my scrapbooks, and I will never do this, and I will never do that. And you know what? I'll do it all, right? Like, have fun and do it all. I have not done my new room tour yet. I do need to make that happen though. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one here. And then I need to fussy cut some more, but I'm also gonna tuck this in here. I do need to make that room tour because I've been really good with putting stuff away. It doesn't just sit out. So I've been cleaning up after every layout, and I'm putting stuff away, and so it's still clean to do it. I just kind of have to I just have to vacuum. I don't think I vacuumed on the last room tour, but I've got paper everywhere, like paper bits, so that needs to happen. I'm off Friday. Maybe I'll be able to do it on Friday. Right? Times change. And you just have fun, right? That's what I just want to have fun with my scrapbooking. Okay. So I'm covering up, the reason why I place it here is I'm covering up that edge because it feels awkward over here. This edge to me doesn't feel awkward. It feels like it's an extension of a corner, but this one just felt weird, so I'm gonna do that. And it's still a little damp, so I messed it up. Well, it's kind of back. Okay. You know, I got sucked in while I was cleaning up my room and going through everything, and I got really sucked into watching room tours and organization videos on YouTube. And when somebody did something I didn't like, I was letting them know. Like, I was running my mouth at YouTube. It was kind of crazy. But that being said, what definitely would not work for me was working for these women. So more power to them. But I have a method to my madness. Like, I organized my room. Whoops, I'm starting to go into the twirl. I organized my room how I think when I'm scrapbooking. So there's not a whole lot of change from the last time I did a tour. But I did move some things around because I think I want paper, and then I think I want to do mixed media, or I think I want a stencil, or I want die cuts. So I'm not a collection kind of scrapper. And there were all these videos of how people keep collections together, and when the collection starts to dwindle down and how they move it around, and I'm like losing my business watching these people because that wouldn't work for me. I would lose my mind. And then they probably look at my stuff or hear someone who sorts things the way I do, and they're probably like, how in the world do you ever get anything done? I just love watching room tours and seeing how people think and what their process is. It's fascinating to me. So normally, if I have something popped up and I put something on top of it that's hanging down, I also pop up the thing that's hanging off of it. But these are kind of like swoopy, swirly type things, so I don't care that they are, part of it is popped up and part of it isn't. Like that's not stressing me out. Yes, see, I just love, I know that people like the ease of scrapbooking with a collection where they're just like, it's just there and you just make the page. But I get joy out of going through my things and pulling things that I think will look good together, right? Like that's part of the fun for me. But I kind of view my entire room as a kit, which is why I think I failed on Kill a Kit with Style, because I treat my entire room as a kit. So, all right, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to add another one of these, but I'm not sure where exactly it's going to be. But the title of this layout is going to be Note to Self, Less Than 12 Parsecs. So that is a nod to one of the lines in the movie about how the Millennium Falcon did the run, which the name of the run is failing me. Huh?
Kessler.
The Kessler run. See, I keep him around because he keeps me on the straight and narrow. On okay, so note to self, less than 12 parsecs. So I pulled out these guys to do the 12. See, you guys, you think of colors. I love that. Like, you think you want something blue, so you just want to see all of your stuff that's blue. That's amazing to me. I also love the people that want everything behind closed doors, so you can't see what you have. And I'm like, I don't want everything behind closed doors. I actually don't think I have anything behind. I mean, I have stuff in totes right now. But I like seeing my stuff. It makes me happy. But I don't think it is I don't want to see it or I need to see it. I just like to see it. Okay, we're going to do less than. Oh. If you don't see it, you forget about it. So that is a thing for sure. I do have to say, when I went through my room this time, I actually went through things I normally skip over. And I was like, oh man, I could do so many fun things. Like embossing folders. It's been a while since I've played with my embossing folders. Okay, less than 12. Then we're going to do parsecs. Cindy, that totally Tiffany stuff. I still have a note I still have a note, Teresa, Totally Tiffany. And then the Dilutions colors I want to buy too. Man, I just have to decide if I want to commit to that Totally Tiffany stuff. I just don't know if I want to commit yet. You have to see stuff or you forget about it. No need to see it, touch it out of, yep. I just want to touch my stuff. I sometimes just will pull out something and flip through and just look at it because I like touching my stuff. I also like to touch other people's stuff, and I do have to say it's very hard for me when I go to retreats because I just want to flip through people's things, and some people don't like that. Some people are very cool and are like, yeah, go ahead, touch it. And then some people are like, get off my stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep. So this is also something that I do. I combine my letter stickers, I combine my thickers just to make more room, because when you have more room, then you can buy more stuff, right? That is my philosophy, and I am sticking to it. So Alpha Sayings Theme Calendar Year Rainbow. Yes, I do. I like to look at the things. One of my favorite things to do is put on a nice long room tour or create a playlist of room tours, because room tours, especially the ones where you open the drawers and you flip through the things and you show me some of the things, it's almost like I get to touch your stuff. I just love touching stuff. So, the most recent retreat I went on, I didn't feel like I knew the ladies well enough to just go rifling through their stuff. 2 of them I've scrapbooked with before. We scrapbooked together. But the rest of the room I hadn't scrapbooked with before, so I did not touch the 2 ladies' stuff that I knew, because I didn't want the other ladies to think I was like a weirdo. And I was touching stuff once at a retreat, and somebody was like, are you taking their stuff? And I'm like, no, I just want to touch it. Like, I just want to look at your stuff and touch it. I don't want to take it from you. I just want to touch it. Like, why is that a thing? Cindy, I was on my best behavior. I didn't rifle through anything. When people weren't at their desks, I went over and like looked, but I didn't rifle through their stuff. I felt like I wanted to be invited back. The one sad thing about getting a new job this year is that I'm not going to be able to do a Scrapping Reflections retreat this year. I wanted to do one every year. I did one last year in September, but I can't do one this year. I don't have the vacation time, and I'm already taking a vacation for something for Disney. We've had booked for over a year now, so I can't take another vacation. So that is the only negative thing that I found from working at Hobby Lobby, which is not that bad, right? Like, it's not that bad. We'll just make that happen in 2023. Okay. Let's see if I can't wrap this layout up. Thank you. Thanks, Brandy. I normally don't rifle through stuff, people's stuff the first time I meet them, but I'm gonna be like, Brandy said it's okay. Okay, so this paper is actually kind of dry now, probably because I ran my mouth so much. That happens. Just ask my husband. I tell him all the time, if I could be paid to run my mouth at him, I would never have to, like, actually work anywhere else. I just wouldn't have to do it. I'm like a professional runner of the mouth. Okay. Let's get some of these little stamped stars in. I think I'm going to stamp them in white. Just got to get my white ink pad and a stamping block. I will say, I really want the little round Catherine Pooler stamping block, and I regret that I did not buy it when I had the chance. Alright, so I'm just gonna put these in a random couple spaces. I'm not gonna try to re-stamp these. Okay. Okay, so I got a little bit of subtle stars going on right there. And we need a little enamel dot or something. So we're gonna make that happen too. The only thing I'm gonna do is take some of these guys and place them on each one of these. The 3 different sizes of rhinestone. I know I said enamel dot, but I ended up with a rhinestone, so that's just going to be it, because I really wanted the yellow on this page still. Okay, the yellow. We're going to put the stamp set away. I'm actually going to put all of this stuff away. Normally after Whiny Wednesday Live, I walk away and there is a pile of mess on the table. But I'm actually going to put it away this time. Okay. The only thing left I'm going to do is add some her best shopping was everyone else goes to bed. I love that. Yes, because you know, you see stuff that other people have and you need to buy it. What time do you typically do Whiny Wednesday? Cindy, I don't have a typical time. I never had a typical time because at Target, I never knew when I was coming home. I'm still in training, so once I have a permanent schedule, my plan is to make Whiny Wednesday as a permanent time. But that'll be after I'm out of training. That was a roundabout way of saying I don't have a set time right now. I'm sorry. It's a really crazy way to say that, huh? Okay. So I'm putting this on everything lately. I don't know if that's driving people nuts or what, but you guys, I've been looking for a replacement for Heidi Swapp Color Shine forever. Whoops, didn't cover up the photo. And I don't know why I didn't buy this before, but this Bruce Monroe Chroma Mist and Ornament Gold, holy Moses, like look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay, this is where I am going to call this layout done. There's no journaling on it, and I'm okay with that. You guys, this is a ridiculous amount of Millennium Falcon photos I have throughout my albums, so I don't feel the need to journal on it. I just don't. I'm probably going to put the date that Alex and I went in a white pen. It was February 1st. I just don't remember. I think it was 2020. February 1st, 2020. Disneyland. Because we went to Disneyland instead of Walt Disney World. We went for the day together. Okay, so now my journaling is done. I have text on the page. Journaling is done. All right, this is where I'm going to call it good. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys, and I will see you next week for Whiny Wednesday, and then tomorrow I'll have another video up on YouTube. So there it is. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.